What if Barack Obama was impeached because of sending money to Iran? In 2016, Barack Obama sends $1.7 billion to Iran. In 2016, Barack Obama gets impeached for it. As in this timeline, the Senate and House of Representatives have the majority of Republicans. Barack Obama gets removed from office, and Joe Biden assumes the 2016 Democratic nomination. Biden would pick Bernie Sanders as his running mate. Republicans nominate Donald Trump, and he would nominate Mike Pence. It's looking like the Democrats might win, as that's because of Obama getting impeached and removed from office in 2016. Many people are heading towards the Democrats due to the impeachment and removal from office in 2016 of Barack Obama. Joe Biden also campaigns on continuing Obama's legacy and Obamacare. Joe Biden's campaign focuses on continuing Obama's legacy and Obamacare, which I just said. Beefing on military spending, lowering taxes, reducing regulation, beefing on military spending, and lowering prices on stuff like gases and cars. Donald Trump's campaigns focus on getting rid of the First and Second National Bank of the United States in this timeline, talking trash about the Obama, Clinton, and Biden administration, which many people hate him for. Continuing his own legacy and raising taxes. Many people agree with Biden more than Trump. The fact that Joe Biden is popular due to Obama's impeachment, and many people are supporting the Democrats. 2016 U.S. election, Biden and Sanders vs. Trump Pence. Joe Biden wins the 2016 U.S. election easily with 326 electoral votes. Flipping states like Indiana and North Carolina and Montana and Utah, setting Biden up for a victory. Joe Biden's first presidential term, he would continue the work, like I said during his campaign. Not only that, but Biden would also be dealing with the fact that the Republicans do sort of win the House during the 2018 midterms. Though the Democrats do win back the Senate, the Republicans have John Kasich, Jeb Bush, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Donald Trump again, Mike Pence, J.D. Vance, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Marco Rubio, all fighting for the Republican nomination. The three main contenders are Marco Rubio, John Kasich, and Nikki Haley. John Kasich would get the Republican nominee with Nikki Haley as his running mate. For the Democrats, there are Amy Klobuchar, Alexander Ocasio-Cortez, John Friedman, Mark Robert, Mark Kelly, J.B. Pritzker, Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, President Joe Biden, who's running for re-election, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, AOC, and Kamala Harris would be the last contenders. Joe Biden would get re-nominated with Bernie Sanders as his running mate. 2020 U.S. election. Biden Sanders vs. Kasich Haley. Joe Biden wins re-election in 2020 with a landslide with 375 electoral votes. The Gaza War. It happened in 2023. The Republicans win the House and Senate in the 2022 midterms. Oh, and also, COVID gets worse in 2024. It gets more worse. Nevertheless, Biden becomes a bit unpopular within his party, even though he does still have an approval rating of 40%, 45%, that is. But due to Joe Biden's and Bernie Sanders both being fairly old, over 80, like in real life, they're pretty unpopular and old. And they faced criticism for their leads. The Democrats have J.B. Pritzker, Kamala Harris, Hunter Biden, John Freeman, Gavin Newsom, and Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and Michelle Obama. And a lot more, like Pete Buttigieg, are fighting for the Democratic nomination. Where for the Republicans, there are Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Josh Hawley, Donald Trump, Mike Pence, J.D. Vance, who's never going to become vice president this timeline. The Democrats would have RFK Jr. and Kamala Harris as the last two frontrunners. RFK Jr. would become the Democratic nominee with AOC as his running mate. The Republicans would nominate Josh Hawley, and he would nominate Nikki Haley as his running mate. 2024 U.S. election. RFK Jr. / AOC vs. Haley vs. Josh Hawley Haley. RFK Jr. wins 2024. The reason why RFK Jr. was able to win in such a landslide, 359 electoral votes, was because Josh Hawley struggled to appeal to Chinese and blacks all over the country. He also wasn't really able to appeal to gay and transgender people, which is what made RFK Jr. win in such a big landslide. 2016, Joe Biden. 2020, Joe Biden. 2024, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Well, anyway, that wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.